This is. I know this is Pancakes wants to so talk about this trailer. So you know what, Pancakes? Let's start off with you.
Well, what's the name of the trailer that we're talking about?
Oh yeah. So
for our non-video viewers,
Captain America: Brave New World.
There you go.
Which I mistakenly called Captain America: New World under its old name in a previous video.
Which is definitely the better name. I wish they kept New World Order. Brave New World doesn't sound great, but I can live with it. Anyway, that's just my.
So
back to you.
I think we agree.
Back to Pancakes.
I think we agree. Part of the excitement, Winter Soldier vibes here. Even though there's no Bucky, there's no Steve Rogers. And
that we know of yet.
That we know, yeah. Bucky's busy with the Thunderbolts probably at the same time as this, but just on first impression and seeing the first trailer, I mean, yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine is exciting, but they're from another universe coming over. I freaking love what I saw so far. To see Anthony Mackie, The Shine. Yes, he had the Disney Plus series Falcon and Winter Soldier, but the fact that it's a movie on the big screen, on the silver screen, I think he's definitely a popular character since Captain America 2, Winter Soldier. I mean, he's a supporting character, but here he's the shining star. Variation. We look like we got the suit that he got from in Falcon and Winter Soldier, but it looks
upgraded.
Like he got an upgrade, a sick upgrade.
A little bit more blue.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford taking over the role of General Ross, now the President of the United States. Rest in peace, William Hurt.
Yeah. I love though that first scene that's just like, and they did this too with the
Iron Man,
Rhodey.
With Rhodey and Iron Man too, where it's just like, like I'm here, get over it, whatever. And here it's just like, I'm digging the new look. It's just like, oh yeah, the mustache I had to get rid of to be president. But it's like, no, we're not talking about the mustache. We're talking about the whole you.
No, that was good. I like it.
I love those little moments.
I mean, it seems like it's back to the storytelling that we've been wanting for, craving for. Seems to be back in this, grounded, even though with all the grounded, quote unquote, in reality. But we're still gonna have the super soldier special serum.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing that I've always said. If you were to watch Winter Soldier, remove the superhero aspect of that movie, it is a great spy thriller. Remove the superhero aspect.
Right.
We don't have Captain America, super soldier. We don't have, Bucky with his metal armor or anything like that. Think about it as regular Joe Schmo who's an agent or something doing all these things. It is a great spy thriller. And you know what? I'm here for it for this movie, because if they continue that's what the Captain America movies should be. They should be things like this. Not, Captain America fighting Thanos.
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
even though it's okay, I'm just saying, like,
well, when we get to like the Avengers level threats, that's definitely okay.
Exactly.
But like for his standalone films,
yes, agreed.
But honestly, like that goes for every standalone Marvel film, because I feel like that's something that's been missing for a while now. Like everything just feels like a Marvel themed movie. Like it has to be colorful. There has to be like pew pews and energy blasts and punches and everything like that.
Joke.
Like the first three phases, like most of the like with Captain America, it's a political thriller. With like Guardians of the Galaxy, it's like a space odyssey, things like that. And it's those movies first and superhero movies second. Yeah. Over time, it kind of like from like phase 4 onwards, it kind of reversed where like everything just had to be a superhero movie and not much else. And that's why that's one of the reasons why these movies have gotten stale. But like with this and I feel like I keep saying this with like recent things that Marvel's been announcing, is that like I feel like they keep sending a message to us with like what they show. Yeah. And this is like, let me just make this one point. But like with what they show here, it's just like, we're going back to a geopolitical, self-contained story that isn't like, infected by multiverse shit. Like this
Agreed.
It's gonna be something that like is gonna have a story to it. The characters are gonna have their motivations, that you can believe it. It'll be in a world that you can actually feel like you could relate to, and you can. And finally, we see. I think like after wading through Falcon and Winter Soldier, like we see Sam Wilson fully break out into Captain America in this
Right.
movie, and like that's all we should be caring about. Not like, oh, is like Fantastic Four gonna like come through a portal, or X-Men gonna come through a portal, or Spider-Man.
We don't need
None of
that.
that. We don't need any of that. This is what we want right now.
Agreed. Pancakes?
If the movie is gonna be as good as we have in the trailer, then there's high hopes. Like if Deadpool and Wolverine's gonna give Marvel, the MCU, a kick in the ass that it needs, then this movie's gonna take the baton and hit a grand slam. Uh, just based on the excitement on just doing the eye test. So the excitement and the hype for this movie is real. One thing, not a criticism, but like they've kind of spread out over other Marvel shows and movies, is like continue the Hulk, like attach a Hulk sequel in a way, because you have a character in Ross that started in the Hulk movie from 2008. Now that he's Red Hulk, which he does in the comics, you have the leader, which is a Hulk villain.
Well, the leader is going to be the main villain of this series.
Exactly.
Which he's coming from the Incredible Hulk movie.
Right. And just
Which we have in that movie was 14 years ago. So
and then
they're gonna have to come up with some plot point as to where he's been.
And a big plot point is that the trail. It's real quick in the trailer, but one plot point, they're finally gonna acknowledge the events of the Eternals. They have
Finally.
I sure hope so, because
With
that's
Tiamat. Tiamat's coming.
That seems like what's happening on the trailers, but is it though?
and maybe in the background, the events of this movie is playing against the world powers, doing an arms race to see what they can get from that giant floating creature in the ocean.
Well, yeah, the theory is that they're going to have the introduction of adamantium in this movie.
Right.
So if that's the case, now it's a race between all countries running around saying, "Oh, Tiamat's our property," or at least take as much as they can before anybody else takes it. So,
yeah, I mean, we got that shot of him, he's fighting these fighter jets over the ocean, but you see like this massive like cliff looking thing in the background, but it's like that, like in the middle of the ocean. What else could that be? So Spade, I know you've been saying... It
could be a Hydra base for all we know.
Yeah, but Spade, I know you've been saying
Hydra's
for a
back.
long time, every single time we talk about what's wrong with the MCU, you always bring up Tiamat, and now, like that damn Celestial, I think we're going to get him in this movie.
But it's about time. I mean, how many movies have come out, how many TV shows have come out since this introduction, and yet nobody has even... Forget about, explaining what happened. They're not even mentioning it as a passing by. No, nobody says anything.
Well, now we're potentially getting a whole movie.
I hope so.
Revolved around it.
Eternals came out 21. 3 years later. This movie's going to be coming out February 2025, so almost 4 years after the fact.
Right, 4 years.
2 or 3.5 years, whatever it may be.
And how many movies and TV shows have come out since then? That
Too
they
many.
could've-
We had one blink and you miss it moment where you saw it on a flyer or something. Like,
that's it.
giant celestial coming out of the ocean. What are we to do? And then like no one ever mentioned it again.
Big deal.
But that's another
It's
reason
okay, guys.
that's another reason why I like this movie is like the way it is that like it's going to explain, or hopefully explain, like how this affects the normal world. Like people, like how does this affect like Earth? Like such a big thing coming out of Earth. Like has it changed, like nature, things like on a natural level? Does it, So I hope they do it more than just like, oh, it's going to be the new base for the Avengers, or it's got adamantium, it's going to move forward the story that way. Like I want to hear or see like little things and details as to how it actually affects the world on a geopolitical scale, because this was a gigantic event and no one really mentioned it ever again. So
is the world finally back to normal pre blip? Could they finally move on? Stop, that talking about the events of Infinity War from the snap.
I think they will. I don't think we need to worry much about that. But I think what we should move on to is the big guy behind you, who made the last minute appearance.
Oh, you mean this guy right here?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So I got a theory. Not a theory. It's more like an idea. What if they're changing it around? What if... Okay, so in the comics...
So with the Red Hulk, we're talking about the Red Hulk.
The Red Hulk, obviously.
For those of you not watching.
Oh, that's correct. Yes. Sorry. We forgot about you guys on Spotify. So what I'm trying to get at is they brought out the Red Hulk in this, but, in the comics, the Red Hulk was Thaddeus Ross. Who's to say that in this version, Thaddeus Ross is the Red Hulk? We don't know.
I mean, I feel like if they don't make him the Red Hulk, it'll be weird. Like a lot of fans will be like, but like I was expecting him to be like that's who he is in the comics. Like that's who he should be here. But you could be you might not be wrong, but I just feel like if they go that route, like they really have to make it work.
That sounds like an Iron Man 3
Right.
twist. That would piss off so many people.
Oh, like the Iron Patriot not being
not
Osborn?
the Iron Patriot.
No, Mandarin.
Oh, the Mandarin. Oh,
So that was where my idea came from. It's like, what if it's a red herring? Haha. What if it's a red herring in the sense where they show you Red Hulk, but it's not. Maybe it's like the first iteration of the Red Hulk, and then at the end of the movie, we find out that Ross was infected or exposed to the gamma. And now he's a real Red Hulk. This is like a temporary Red Hulk.
If they go that route, I think the only character that it could really work with is Isaiah Bradley,
the old man.
Yeah, the old super soldier person that we saw.
The quote unquote original Captain America.
Yeah, well, I think he came after
Captain
the
America
OG.
from the 50s.
Oh,
No.
maybe they tested on him and
They tested on
they
tested on him.
And we see him attack the president in this movie in the one of the first few scenes, like as if he's being like mind controlled like Winter Soldier. So maybe he if they were to do that with anybody else, it could be him where he just goes red eyed and goes nuts, and then he turns into the Red Hulk, and then we have a huge issue. I hope they don't go that route with him because I like Isaiah Bradley as a character, but. We got to see like what his deal is too with those scenes where he's attacking everybody.
Another big casting, while his character hasn't been confirmed and surrounded in mystery, the addition of Giancarlo Esposito, who's always good.
Yep.
There's theories and speculation. I know you wanted him to be in the X-Men part of the universe being...
I wanted him to be Professor X.
This is the thing. He is the perfect villain actor that we have right now. He could be like the more things I see him in, the more I'm like, oh, he could be that character. Right? Like after seeing him in this trailer with like the sunglasses and the trench coat, I'm like, he could be Doc Ock if he wanted to,
But that's the thing though. That's what he looks like in the trailer. That's what he like the way. Anyway, I originally wanted him to be not Professor X. I wanted him to be Magneto.
Yeah,
I wanted him to be Magneto.
Which he would have killed too.
I think he would have been great in that. But the rumor is that he's playing GW Bridge. So if that's the case,
who is GW Bridge?
So GW Bridge is a former mercenary turned Shield, high-ranking Shield agent. But there's other people that are saying that because he's getting up there in age, that our favorite motherfucker might not actually be Nick Fury anymore. And then this guy might take over as...
Favorite motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was like, are you talking... Oh.
Samuel Jackson. So if he does retire the character, we need somebody who's going to be putting people together. We need a head figure in S.H.I.E.L.D. So maybe this would be the character that they're bringing by. I mean, Giancarlo Esposito keeps saying that he's a badass. So...
Dude.
Who knows?
Do we get a cameo from Bruce Banner and the big green guy shows up to help fight? Then it becomes a Hulk movie, so it's a little tricky.
But that's the thing, though. You're bringing in the Red Hulk. How are you not going to have the green OG Hulk?
Right.
You have to do these things because then it's like missed opportunity.
And seeds planted. The Marvel finally does a rightful Hulk movie,
right.
and Thaddeus Ross moves that, even though he's rumored to be in the Thunderbolts too, but that's yet to be seen.
And I feel like that might be a connection to Thunderbolts too by the end of this movie.
Has to.
Yeah.
Hence the point why Thunderbolts is Thunderbolts asterisk.
Yeah, and I do want to believe that Esposito has something to do with them, but
has to. Has to. So Liv Tyler's back.
Is she?
Liv Tyler is going to play Betty Ross again.
No way. Dude, we didn't see her in the trailer, though.
No, she wasn't in the trailer, but according to reports and all the IMDb listings, Liv Tyler is in it.
Wow.
And
okay.
Might be just a very small part. We don't know yet, just speculating.
You can't have Thunderbolt Ross being president without a mention of his daughter.
Of course.
So there's that. And then we have Tim Blake Nelson, who played the leader, or rather he played Samuel Stearns in the original Incredible Hulk movie, where he ended up becoming the leader. So,
and we didn't see him in this trailer, but we did hear him.
Yes.
We heard his voice in this trailer.
Yeah. I think he was in the trailer where he was like wearing a hat and everything.
Oh,
and
really?
We only saw his back.
They didn't show his face.
Yeah, I think
that. I know what you're talking about.
I think that's the scene. But yeah, other than that, you know,
And when does this come out?
February 14th, 2025.
Oh
Yeah.
man, so I know what I'm doing for Valentine's Day.
yep, that's it. So there's one person here that we still have no idea who's he gonna play, and maybe Pancakes could tell us. And it's one of his favorite WWE wrestlers.
Seth Rollins was supposedly his part was cut altogether.
Really?
When the Marvel when they went through the reshoots. And,
Really?
And the name change of the movie.
From New World Order to Brave
New
World.
World, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder who
It says for now just an undisclosed role, but I remember hearing somewhere that his part was totally cut out the movie, and it was probably going to be maybe they'll keep him in as a blink and you missed it movie, but a blink and you missed it moment. But yes, he was spotted in set photos on set freaking Rollins, but I don't recall what his part is supposed to be. I don't know if he's a member of the leader's criminal organization.
He could be, I could totally see him being a henchman. Yeah, like
Or
the muscle.
the head
you know?
henchman.
Yeah,
I could see
yeah.
that. But yeah.
One last question I want to bring up before we move on. Do you think we will get a Bruce Banner appearance in this movie with the Red Hulk?
Like I told him, you can't have,
Especially
Red
with
Hulk.
Liv Tyler, like
That's what I'm saying. You have to bring him back. There's
Yeah.
at least for a split moment.
I'm gonna say yes, maybe a scene with Liv, but then something happens to him where he can't
Hulk out.
he can't Hulk out, or he's dealing with another threat in another part of the world.
well, this is the thing, right? Like this version of Captain America with Sam Wilson, he's not on the super soldier serum,
Right.
right?
Not yet.
How if he's supposed to fight the Red Hulk, even if he had the super soldier serum in him, like Steve Rogers did, I don't even think Steve Rogers could go toe to toe with the Hulk at all.
Well, no.
If he's
he
going
did-
to fight,
he did against Thanos. If he could go against Thanos,
he slowed down Thanos while Thanos barely even tried. He was given like 10% of his power, and he was just looking at him.
he still did something.
He punched him in 2 seconds, and he passed out.
Sam Wilson can't do anything against the Hulk.
Right. So if he has to have a scene where he's fighting the Red Hulk, he's not going to go toe to toe with him at all. Even if you have like people with weapons behind you and stuff, I think Bruce Banner, the Hulk, is going to show up out of nowhere and help him out and help beat him. Because I don't know who else can beat the Red Hulk other than the Hulk in this movie.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I don't care. Make it an Avengers 4.5,
4.5.
4.5. Yeah.
And listen, we need all the standalone movies we can get with the Hulk because he can't have his own movies. So I think it's another excuse to put him in a non-Avengers movie.
I agree.
So,
It's crazy to me after all these years that there's no deal between Marvel and Universal to make this Hulk movie happen. Sidebar, wish it was the War Hulk movie.
World
one
War
day.
Hulk.
Yeah.
One day.
Look, they can't. Here's the deal with this is that they can't. Marvel can't make a standalone Hulk movie because of the deal that they have with Universal, right? Universal says, well, I'm not going to make a Hulk movie because when the Hulk is put on other movies, we get paid for it.
Right.
So use them as much as you guys want. It's okay.
You just can't have a standalone movie
That's
called
it.
The Hulk.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But the bottom line, getting back to Captain America, I'm just glad that Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson gets to take center stage in that epic Captain America suit with the legendary shield, and he's gonna carry this movie. And so far, so good. I have good vibes coming from it, and Anthony Mackie rightfully gets to shine.
Yeah.
I mean, end of the day, it's a Captain America movie. We've been waiting
Yes,
for this
sir.
ever
Yes,
since like
sir.
that scene in Endgame where he gets the shield. We had Falcon and Winter Soldier, which was transitioning to this. And now it's like, okay, like, we have like other post Endgame movies. We've had like these like new characters come in and whatnot. This is a Captain America movie. So I do think the name alone will like put butts in seats just to see how this plays out. I'm definitely excited after this trailer because this was a really good trailer. End of the day,
It was.
so
It was. It was very good.
And no connection, at least we know of, to the multiverse so
Yeah.
far, and it's grounded back in
right,
this Earth's reality.
yeah,
So yeah, those are our thoughts.
all of our thoughts,
all of our thoughts on
Captain
America, Brave New World. I was going to say New World Order, but yeah,
It's
those
a
are
better
our
name, I'm
thoughts.
telling you.
Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think that Marvel is going to be now on a roll because of Deadpool and Wolverine coming out, and then the next big thing coming out is Captain America, let us know in the comment section down below.